Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I hope y'all are having a really good week so far. It's been very gloomy where I'm at, but overall things are going well. I'm here today just to close out my week 2 budget and to prepare for my week 3 cash stuffing. Last week I did these 2 videos in the same video. I closed out my first week, did my cash breakdown for week 2, and stuffed my envelopes all in this same video. Today I'm mixing it up and I am going to do them in 2 separate videos, and I would love to know if y'all have a preference. So leave me something down in the comments if you like it one way or the other. I'm really going back and forth of whether they should be separate videos or the same video. So let me know what you think. So this week I had a lot going on. I did a good chunk of spending. I was really thinking I was going to be over budget. And luckily I think I stayed under budget, and we'll go through and see how much I actually spent, and put those down here in my discretionary spending money. If y'all have watched any of my previous videos, you know that I have a goal to not spend out of my sinking funds until 2021, except for a few exceptions like Christmas and potentially travel and vacation, maybe auto care, because I have some expenses coming up. But for all the other categories, my goal is to not touch them until 2021, which is only a few months away now. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to have some cushion in my sinking funds before I start spending out of them, because I think if they started going down to 0 as I spent them, that would be really discouraging for me to want to continue saving. So for me, I want to build up a cushion and then start spending out of them. And this is also a really good exercise for me to start spending less money. And hopefully that will become more of a habit and I'll stop overspending, because I am on a debt payoff journey. And if you want to hear more about that, I'll link the video up in the right-hand corner so you can check that out. But I'm wanting to put as much money towards my debt payoff as I possibly can. So that's a little bit about me. And now let's go through and actually see what I have left over from my cash spending. Okay, so these are my 3 cash spending envelopes that I spend consistently out of. And you'll see I have more than 3 categories, and that's because I leave gas in my checking account because I don't like to have to go in to pay with cash. And then I had nothing allocated for special expenses this week, and I'm gonna use a different color. I didn't spend anything out of that, so we're good on that. And I also didn't spend anything on gas. So I had $17 left over, which I'm gonna just leave in my checking account because I will need gas next week. So you'll see what I do with that when we budget for week 3. But now we'll go through and do the rest of these. For my flex funds, this is my flex funds envelope, and I have nothing left. I went to lunch and got drinks this week, and I overspent in my eating out category, so I paid myself back for that. So there's nothing left here because I used it for those outings. And this is my eating out envelope. They're donuts because I really love Dunkin' Donuts. And I go there a lot. But all of that is gone. I went to Dunkin', surprise, surprise, and I paid for lunch with this. So that has nothing. So I spent the full $10 and the full $25 for these. So nothing left. And then the last one is groceries. And I do have money left here. It should be $16 because I bought a t-shirt, which I just took out of groceries. I did buy a few groceries, and then I paid for lunch and drinks. And so I should have 16 left, 10, 15, and 16. So whenever I have leftover cash in these envelopes, I'm going to put them towards my debt payoff. So I'll just put this over to the side until we get to budgeting. So now we're all closed out for those. Oh, I forgot to do this. So I have $16 left. So that means I spent $64. So I didn't go over in any category, which is great because I really thought I was going to. So now I'm done with week 2 and I can move on to week 3. And I do not fill out a paycheck bill tracker every week because I budget monthly. I have a monthly income, and so I budget once monthly, and then I redistribute funds for these categories every week just to keep myself on track and motivated. So we'll skip this page and head straight to this page. Y'all, I don't know why, but I keep forgetting to empty my change. And I forgot last week, and so I did it off camera, and I forgot again this week. So I got totally done filming, was ready to go to the bank, and I realized I still had my change in here. So one day I'm going to remember, but this is my change jar. And this is where I put all my extra change. I don't spend my extra change. And right now I've got some like extra rings right in here as well. But besides that, it's all change. So I'm going to empty out my change from my wallet before I go to the bank to pull out cash because I have a good amount left in here. And that's basically what I do every week, is just empty that out, and then my wallet's lighter, and it's another way that I get to save money. And I will count this once it gets full, but until it gets full, I'm not going to count it, just to surprise myself. So that is my change. So this will be for October 16th through the 22nd for week 3. And I'm going to go ahead and just lay out the categories here, and then we'll talk about the amounts. Okay, so all my categories are laid out and done, and now I can go through and actually budget out the amount that we are giving to each category. So for groceries, I am doing my typical $80 a week, and I'll do that in a 50, a 20, and a 10. That's been working out pretty well for me, so I'm gonna just keep it the same. Eating out, I'm sticking to 25, even though I spent a lot more than that this past week, but I'm gonna try and keep as close to 25 as possible without having to use my grocery money to pay for that. After this month, I might consider reallocating. Like, I'm spending less on groceries than I thought, so maybe I'll allocate more to like spending or eating out. But for now, we'll leave it the same. And for flex funds, I'm going to do 1 5 and 5 1s for $10. So now for my sinking funds, I'm going to do $20 for Christmas, which I'm saving for this year's Christmas with that money. Auto care, I'm giving it $15, and I might need to spend this on an oil change next month. My light hasn't come on yet, but I know I'm getting close. Vacation is $15. I have a vacation coming up in November that I might need to dip into this for, but those are 3 of the categories that I'm okay with spending out of if I have to during 2020, yeah. Medical, I'm giving it 10. That's for copays and such. Gifts is also getting 10, hoping not to spend out of that until 2021, so I have a good amount saved up for birthdays next year. Household's just getting 5. Don't really need anything for the house. Personal care will get 20. That is for clothes and fitness things, anything that I really need for myself that I like to spend money on. Weddings is getting 15, and that is because I am in one wedding and invited to at least 2 other weddings for next summer. So I want to start saving up for gifts and travel and dresses and all the things. My 1 month ahead fund is not really a priority right now. I would like to get 1 month ahead on my bills, but until I make more progress on my debt, I'm gonna not work on that, but so I'll just give it $1. Same with yearly subscriptions. Would love to save for that to have it done, but it's not really a priority right now. Side hustles, I would like to start a side hustle. I just don't know what yet, so I'm saving up money in case there's some upfront costs. So I'm just doing $10. And then I want to do savings challenges come January, but I'm not doing any right now, so it's just getting $1. So that is it for my real cash. And then if you saw my last video, you'll see that I'm using fake money for my debt. And that's because I leave that amount in my bank account and I just make the transfers, but I like having the prop money or the fake money in my envelope so I can physically see how much I'm putting towards debt. So for that, I do it in blue ink so I know that I'm not actually pulling out that money from the bank. And this week I am giving $10 towards my Citi credit card's minimum payment. My Bank of America minimum payment's not getting anything this week. And then my debt avalanche, I want to put an extra $100 towards debt this month. So I'll do that. $10 in just a fake $10 bill and this one in just a fake 100. So now I'm going to go through and add up this total of just the real bills, not the fake ones, and figure out what my total is. Okay, so my total is 238, which is the same as last week. And then I'll add up these totals and make sure they add up to be the same. And they match. So that is great news. Now I'm just gonna put my totals in here so I can take this to the bank. All right, so that is it for the bank. And then down here is where I will track at the end of the week how I did. And so for my flexible spending, so groceries, I budgeted 80, eating out 25, flex funds is 10. So gas is getting an additional 20, but I also had 17 left over from last week. So it will keep the 17 for now. So it will get 37 and special expenses will get 0 this week. So that is it for my week 3, my week 2 recap, my week 3 budget and cash breakdown. And I'm going to take this slip to the bank and pull out cash. And then in my next video, I will be stuffing the cash. So stay tuned and I will probably post that one tomorrow. So if you enjoyed this video and you enjoy watching me budget out my weeks, please like and subscribe, and please comment below if you like this into separate videos or if you'd rather it be combined into just one video where I recap the last week and break down the future week all in the same video as my cash stuffing. Thank y'all for following along on my journey. Really appreciate the support as I'm getting started, and I hope to see y'all in my next video. Bye.